Okay, welcome. We are going to start May's webinar. Is anyone else like me and wondering how in the world it's already May and it's almost at the time of this recording originally it's going to be Memorial Day weekend, surprisingly. That just blows me away. So basically we're almost in summer, and here in Georgia, I am definitely feeling it. It went from beautiful weather to now really just hot and humid, but that's okay. Um, I do enjoy summer. I like spring better, but summer is good too. So I am going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Okay, so like I said, it's hard to believe we're in May, but this month I'm really excited because we last month chatted about Amazon ads and a lot more detailed within that. But a lot of times, a lot of brands are curious more about just beyond the normal Amazon advertising. Sponsored products is a great foundation to start for your ads. But really what needs to happen is you really want to continue to take it to the next level with your ads so that you can also take your sales to the next level, so that your products can be seen by more people on Amazon, and so that you're staying ahead or at least on track with where your competitors are. Because what we've noticed a lot of times is you could very quickly and easily start losing out on market share with not doing things and not continuing to build out advertising. So I want to share with you some really helpful things in regards to just going beyond just regular sponsored products. So, let's see. Okay, so how to accelerate your traffic with sponsored brands and more for specifically, for health and beauty brands. And if you're outside of that, you can still apply this, but conversion tracking is a must for all campaigns. So like I said, your sponsored product ads, you should be tracking this, but then definitely as you build out more types of campaigns, because things can get out of hand very quickly. Make sure to have a strong understanding of your keyword match types, and then remember negative keywords. A lot of this stuff will look familiar because we talked about it last month as well, but make sure not to forget about negative keywords. That can start costing you a lot of money. Example of eye cream, I don't know why, but that's just the one that I'm going to keep using. If you target that and let's say it's a really expensive cost per click and it's not leading really to any sales for you, maybe you haven't even gotten any sales, that's something that you want to pause and stop, because if it's not, and even like negative, doing negative keywords on that, because otherwise your campaigns could start spending a lot of money, and you really want to focus in the money, your monthly budget, in on what is working well. And then like I said, you want to have your listings ready. They should be optimized. That first image should really be a nice, professional looking, clean, great shot that engages customers. And then when they go to your listing, you should have that built out. We did a whole, webinar months ago on optimizing and how to optimize different parts of your listing. So definitely check that out if you want to, dig into more of what that would be. And then really also having good foundations for your product reviews is important, because think about it, with ads, they are only seeing that first image, they're seeing the title, and then they're seeing the reviews. So you don't have to have 10,000 reviews. I actually did a video recently on, there were some people on Amazon, some sellers, some brands that were violating terms of service with Amazon that got really in trouble. So you always want to have them be legitimately receive reviews on Amazon. And you don't need like as many as you think you would. I know a lot of people are always just like quantity, but you really want to focus in on just making sure it's a good product and paying attention to those reviews. But you do want them to, click on you versus the competition. As a good rule of thumb, especially for health and beauty brands, I would say 4 stars and up. Typically a 4.2 and higher is ideal. because anything less than a 4-star, you're really going to struggle, because it's actually going to show that, less than 4 stars, and it's going to impact how often people click on it. So you're going to most likely have a lower click-through rate. And then this is something new, but you want to track your new brand orders from sponsored brands. So that was something I said earlier. That is a data point that Amazon gives you that you don't get with sponsored products. So you can see, oh, there was 30 new to my brand customers that came as a result of sponsored brand ads that we ran this month. That is great information to know, because as I'm sure, everyone, especially even if you already have your own, website where, on Shopify or wherever that you already sell your products, Amazon is a great way to introduce people to your products that may not go to your e-commerce site, but are willing to try it out through Amazon because they know Amazon and they trust their platform, and there's such an ease of using the platform and everything. So definitely pay attention to this, especially if, like I said, for health and beauty brands that are typically, consumable products that could be repeat purchases, you really want to keep track of those people that are new to your brand. And then, you have to land them, I already said this, on that optimized listing, that it's built to then not only it's optimized, but then they would want to buy and they'll click add to cart. So that's super important. And then you should always be doing ongoing, like, split testing, tweaking, fine tuning. Never set it and forget it. I just think about it. Every month on Amazon, people are searching new things. They might be typing in and calling things differently, or the way that they're phrasing things when they're typing it in, it's always going to be changing. So paying attention to that, and never just thinking, okay, I've got these keywords in and I'm just going to let it run. You always should be thinking about how to fine tune it, how to better target who you're trying to reach on Amazon, or depending on your strategy, because maybe we're trying to expose it to more people, just gain that awareness. So really just continuing to test out and see what works for you. You can do a lot of split testing with the ads that I've mentioned that you can't do with sponsored products. For instance, the sponsored brands, there's so many elements of that you can test. You can test which 3 products you have on there. You can test the tagline, you can test the image, all these things that you can test out, and you should be testing out to make sure that you're getting the most results that'll lead to sales for your brand. And I already kind of touched on this, but test out the creatives to see what leads to the best clicks and conversions. And that was, I'm mainly referring to sponsored brands. You could, test out your primary image potentially, but really if you have a sharp, clean, pure white background primary image, you really won't be able to test that out too much. You will be able to see the difference if you had maybe not a great primary image to begin with, but you really want to see what entices people to click on those ads. And like I said, the other creatives that I would be referring to with this would be video ads. Like, you can test out different types of videos, see what resonates more, what catches people's eyes more, what leads to them clicking and then buying more. So looking at all these things are really important. And then video content, that's a great component, because most customers are visually wanting to see what this product is and how it helps them, like, some size reference, for instance, or what it looks like. This is really important, because if they're not able to go into a physical retail store, they're having to try to experience the product as much as they can and have enough confidence to click to add to their cart, to buy it and try it out if they've never purchased from you before. So, really making sure that they have visuals as well is, I think, super important.